So you have chosen to book and prepare for a bodywork session. And now you're wondering, how do I prepare? How do I get ready? What do I look forward to? How do I savor this expectation moment? This little sound bite is just to help you get kind of in the right headspace for accepting the type of touch you want. As always, all of this is completely up to you. There is no right or wrong way to prepare. The most important thing to remember is that your intention is welcome, is important, and changes the kind of touch that you receive or choose not to receive that day. The first thing I want you to do is take a really deep breath. And in that deep breath, let that air fill you completely. Feel the depth, the width, the length of your entire body. Exhale, and when you're exhaling, I want you to imagine that you're gifting the air back to the world. You had it borrowed, returning it, and borrow another breath to feel even more how large and expansive your body can be. And release it and feel yourself shrink like a little raisin, maybe. Keep your breath going as you're paying attention to how it changes your size, your perception, your tension as you're listening to these ideas. And allow your mind to wander, to explore and mull around all these concepts, and accept what works for you, what ignites you, what sticks to you, and release anything that doesn't. I want you to picture what it's like to ask for something that you really, really want. And imagine that the person waiting to give you that is eagerly wanting to provide that for you. I want you to imagine what it is like to ask for something that you want and have a sensation come up inside of you that says, oh, they're going to say no. And it is a possibility that you go in and you ask for a certain type of touch, and that touch is outside of the boundaries of the person wanting to give you that touch. What does that feel like? What feeling comes up? What sensation in your body? And can you sit with that sensation for a minute? Can you be okay enough? Can you be aware that it is not a rejection, it is a refusal? Can you internalize the idea of taking it very personal when someone says no? Because it is personal. They found you safe enough, and they found themselves to be supported and aware enough to be able to communicate their boundaries to you. It is deeply personal. Similarly, can you take it personal when someone says yes with a wanting heart to giving you what you requested? Can you sit with that sensation? What does it feel like to be told, yes, I am eagerly wanting to listen and hold space and give you touch exactly the way you desire it? With those ideas in mind, take some time to think about the kinds of touch that you like. How light are they? How sturdy? Do they involve fingernails or the backs of hands? Do they involve feathers? Do they involve whips? Do they involve cold and hot temperature changes? Do they involve oil? Maybe they involve a little bit of hair pulling, a little bit of fingertips on lips. Maybe they involve some nipple stimulation. Maybe the kind of touch you feel like navigating towards is genital. Maybe you want internal touch. It could be internal anal or internal vaginal or whatever you choose to name your genitals today. After you've gone about some of this exploration, what does it feel like to want something? How do you know? How would you describe that want to someone that doesn't know the word want? After you've gone through that exploration, take some time to think about what kind of limits you have today. Any boundaries? Any places you know for sure you don't want to go? Maybe for you, hands around the neck feels triggering, or it's just not something you're interested in exploring. At the beginning of your bodywork session, you'll be asked, and you can volunteer, what your boundaries are that day. One of the containers that we hold is that the agreements that we make with a rational, unaroused mind will be continued on throughout the session. It's this way that we can really honor what it was that we felt was safe when we started. And we can avoid creating situations that might cause trauma or some other kind of harm. If during a session you feel, actually, I know I said that I didn't want you to choke me, but now I'm really feeling into it. Your body worker may choose to say, let's stick to that original container. Let's explore that kind of touch in another session when that was already part of the agreement. The opposite, however, is not true. If you say to your body worker, I think I'm open to internal vaginal touch today, but then during the session, you don't feel like it and you never request it, that doesn't sound like a refusal to your body worker. It sounds like you're exploring whatever sensations are wanting to be held that day. You can always negotiate down from your boundaries, but not past them. Lastly, I want you to consider what it is you think you may want to use as any tools. When I made the comment about feathers or whips, it was an invitation to explore if there are any items that you think you may want to use. Sex toys are okay, vibrators, dildos, electrosex, all kinds of little items that you think might make your session better. Ask if there is a possibility of a shower, especially if you're going to be wanting a good amount of oil on your body, or if you know that you tend to get messy. Try to think ahead and give yourself enough time after a session to come out of the session with a little bit of a soft landing, maybe even some time to think or to discuss with your practitioner or even with a trusted family member, or just to sit with yourself and explore what those sensations feel like inside of you. Some people may feel drawn to journaling a little bit about their experience. And if so, it might be a great idea to journal what comes up and what comes next.